Comical pictures of nature this week. And the coons are out still during the day. And all the little animals are taking advantage of this warm weather. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the foothills of the Smokies. Another chapter of as the ridge turns here in the new year. Now, winter returned for a couple of days, but it's back to warm again. It's like March weather. I mean, absolutely crazy weather for January, but I'm not going to complain. I love this warmer weather than being cold like this. But these little animals, they love it too. I hope y'all doing well out there, taking care of yourself in this new year. And we need some rain so bad. We've had a little bit, it's just a little bitty showers. Nothing heavy. But anyway, guys, relax, enjoy yourself, and let's see what stepped in front of the camera. Now the little deer herd, they just browsing. But these bucks, it's all but over, but these bucks are still following them around, making sure. All kinds of bucks. And here's a comical picture. This poor old Spike got one spike broke off. He just give up. He don't stand a chance. But he can't get a break. Here's the turkey's wanting to move through the ridge. And he's in between the walkway here and on the trail. But it don't mind them. They'll just ease right on through. But it's so comical to watch nature in real life. They don't seem to mind each other. Ain't that comical? But there get to be too many of them coming through and makes him nervous, so he jumps up. But these animals all share this little ridge together. But some of these pictures that you capture, you just don't see normally. So relaxing to watch them. And out in the ridge, you can see the does moving around, but there's still a buck behind them. But it's all but over. And still the big old bucks, I know they're wore out. They'll soon disappear into these back ridges, and you'd be lucky to see one. But they're still here as of now. And the coons are out still during the day on this warm weather. But they watching out for them coyotes, I bet you. Strange to see them out in the day this time of year. And there's old Yaller moving in the background. He's still hanging in there. And these old toms, they just making around. Love scratching in these woods. Ain't they pretty birds? but stay cautious. It won't be long to their time of year. Beautiful birds up close. Down to acorn pile, of course the deer's in here prowling around. They crunching on these acorns, eating them, and the little bitty pieces they don't get falls back into the leaves, and it helps feeds the birds. And there's a little button buck up close. It's a yearling. And like I said, the deer crunch up these big acorns, and it makes little pieces they don't get, and the little bitty animals, they enjoy that. They all work hand in hand. Here's a little old chipmunk, ground squirrel. He's working hard. And of course the old gray squirrels, they love these acorns. They never quit. Never stop. Down at the stump, there's a little Carolina wren. They're here year-round, little songbirds. Beautiful to hear them. Whole little family here. Ain't they beautiful? And turkey wandered right into the camera here at the stump. He's wondering what that is. But he pays that no mind. Back to work. And the little old squirrels, their favorite place. It's lunchtime. At the cut, they've always browsing through here. And the deer. It's a little shortcut through the rocks. And at the log, the little birds are still looking for them sunflower seeds that's gone weeks ago. All sorts of little birds. Ain't they precious? And a little old wren too. He likes them. But old Ricky, he's still looking for them walnuts. But they're not to be got no more this year. But there's still plenty of acorns, Ricky. And at the tree, there's some turkeys there late in the afternoon, the sun right in the camera. Big old Tom. And at the rock, that little Ricky there on his perch. Not much going on in the day since Dirty Dan's taking a nap. And on the other camera, what that camera didn't get, this one did. There's a little bird. This sort of catch old Dirty Dan coming out. The back door, little bird's working there too. And there's old Ricky. You gotta say hi. And down at the pond, on either camera, this is all I filmed during the day. Little squirrels just playing around, browsing. And the little sparrows and the birds. What they can get out of these leaves. Until an old cat comes through. Don't know what cat this is. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Always a different cat. They come and they go. Come dark, the old coons is out. No tail in his game. And they still in these acorns pretty heavy. They're not very picky. They're taking advantage of this warmer weather. And of course, they'll eat the same things the turkeys eat. They don't care. But they're into everything. And the old possum's out too, getting some bugs if he can find them. And the little old rabbits, they live so hard. Everything in the world's after them. But they're here. And the deer herd just browsing the ridge, night or day. Follow the leader. Coyotes, you bet, ain't far behind them. Down at the acorn pile at night, the little field mouse down here getting the crumbs. And here's an old cat up here. Don't know what that one is. So many animals here you don't see normally. And down at the salt block, they just moving through the woods. Capture a picture of them here and there. Down at the cut at night, it's just a deer coming through. And here's just so many different possums here. I thought I'd show you. Different ones. Haven't seen no skunks though as of late, but I know they're here. They just haven't got none on the cameras. Different possums. Corkscrew and his gang. All different kinds of them. That's a big old possum there. Down at the log at night, little field mouse down there working. He trying to get the crumbs there too. A lot of field mice around here. And there's a possum there prowling around. And at the tree, of course the coons are coming through. But that's about all I filmed here, coming and going the coons. And at the rock, there's a little rabbit there. They live under the rock too. Seen them going under them the last video on this wildlife. And the old possum. So many different possums live here. They look the same, but they don't look the same. They're hard to tell the difference in them. Not like a skunk. And of course the old coons is here. And they even going up under that rock. I just can't believe that. This is one of their normal routine stops though. And on the other camera, what that one didn't catch, there's old no-tail prowling around. He's about too big to get under there. But if Dirty Dan can get under there, he can too. And they go right in there too. That's got to be a big old cave in there. Branches off different places. Too many different animals always used it. Here's a possum coming out. Now the other camera caught this, but this is just a good view of an old possum up close. They're ugly, but they're cute. There's that big one coming out there. I'm going to call that one Chubby. He's a big old possum. Don't know if he's male or female. But they're going to turn in. And at the back door, all of him, that little old field mouse that lives here. He lives in there too. And up on the ridge, deer's running through. Windy night. And little rabbits on a rainy night. And the old possum moving through. But here the coons are moving on right here. And you wonder what's going on with them. Here's what's going on. They're running away from them coyotes. And these coyotes are running everywhere on this ridge up here. They get tired of running these little animals sometimes, especially them deer. But they never give up. They hunt in packs too. Down at the pond, little doe's up close here. Browsing right at the camera. And on the other camera, a little fox here. The coons are always here, moving through. But they don't stay here long tonight. Them deer keep pushing them out. They start showing up. And before you know it, the whole herd's down here. Now just relax unless something runs them off. Of course, the little old bucks is down here pushing them around. Come down. There's a little old pretty boy Spike up here. Big old deer for a Spike. And the buck's just prowling the ridge at dawn. The turkeys up off the roost, starting their day. Glad to see them in the woods. They like this warmer weather. And the deer herd just goes about their day. Another day unfolds. And the little squirrels never stop working. And they so calm. They like to play too. They never stop watching. Well, that's just what stepped from the cameras this week, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you've been watching it, why not subscribe and share it out and hit your notification so you don't miss these little stories. So I want to thank you for watching. God bless, take care, and I'll see you next time.